That didn't go as planned, but it's all right. I don't know if I can get to that one with it. Yeah. Just bend that just a little bit. I wonder if you guys can even see that. All right. Yeah, I'm gonna have to get that one by hand. Need my stool. Okay. All right. Now, for these guys, I hate those. I hate them. I hate them. I hate them with a passion. They never come off. What I'm trying to do is take the wires off in the loom so that I can build them correctly. Oh, I gotta pause you. Okay. These things. Okay, so what I was saying before is what I'm trying to do is to pull the wires off with the loom brackets because they help separate them. I have much better success putting the wires back on when these things are able to get off. Problem is they never want to come off. They're such a pain in the butt. Drives me insane. Oh, try this. Oh, my kingdom for a mini screwdriver, which I had lost. I think I donated it to a car. So let's see what we can do here. May have to just unbolt them. Oh, I got that one off. Yay. This one, not sure. Come on. Oh, man. What are they held on with? I see either a 10 or a 13 way down there. I have less vision now because I have a headlight on, trying to illuminate areas that are hard for you guys to see. So we'll see how this turns out. That should be 10. Where it says I find it. There it is. There we are. Maybe it's not 10, but whatever. Put that back in the hole so I don't lose it. Alright. Now I can peel these wires off, which again, the grabbers make that job a lot easier. Get this guy out of here. And I don't worry about right now breaking these wires. These are all going to be replaced. What I'm more concerned with is that they stay in the order. So when I build the next harness, it too will be in the order. Okay, we got this one which I can't reach. Maybe if I go in this way. Nah, I got that. See, they put a bracket that runs the loom over. If that bracket wasn't there, my life would be a little easier, but we persevere. We get through this shit. There we go. Look at that. Okay, so who's still on? Oh, that guy's still on. Okay. There. Now, see how number 6 goes this way, but number 8 goes this way. See, 2 and 4 pretty much stay the same, but so we have 8, 2, 4, 6 here. It makes it easier to put them back in that same order if you can take it out as one big loom. Doesn't always happen, but we'll have to see what happens on the other side. Oh look, a pin cap. Client don't need that, so chuck it. Alright. I like the idea of unbolting these looms, so I am going to do it. Although, you know what? Yeah, they're 3/8. That's what it is. A little bit smaller. Keep a note, 3/8 is just a smidge smaller than 10 mil. So it's always good to have a 3/8 in your stack of tools. My tools are limited to what I need to make money. If I can't use it to make money, then I don't want it in my stack. So I don't have a whole set of standard sizes because they won't make me money. So there we go. I have standard tools that are the main ones that are used, but not like instead of a 5/8, I have 16 millimeter, because a 16 millimeter and a 5/8 are pretty damn close. Instead of a 3/4, I have 19 millimeter. Now, with that said, I do have a set of standard size wrenches because long time ago I had those. I just never got rid of them. But will I go out and actually buy another set of standard size wrenches? Oh, hell no. Would never be able to make any money with them. So there we go. That is a lot easier them fighting those looms like that. Although we do have one way up here that I won't be able to unbolt, so I'm going to open that one up because the routing is still the same to the next loom connector. Oh man. Kingdom for a mini screwdriver. Come on. I may have to set you guys down because having you on top of my head and my headlight, there we go, it's causing my head a little distress. All right, so now we have this loom out. Oh, look at that. Yeah, these wires are definitely gonna go. This guy's gonna feel a lot more horsepower when we put all new stuff. Now, for the cap and rotor, this is a General Motors 5.7 liter 1999. So this has the flat cap that's held on by Torx bits or Torx screws. So we need a 20. This goes to the cap, and we need a T15 for the rotor. Okay, we're looking good. Well, we'll need this guy and my 1/4" ratchet, which is still over there. Okay, start with the 20 for the cap, and my ratchet's over there. So now that is interesting. There is poo here. You see that? Poo there. That is awkward. Alright, so we're going to get the air gun and blow that out. And we'll put a towel in there so no more debris. We'll get in there. I already started my air compressor, so we're good there. Let's blow this piece of turd out. Okay. Alright, and we're going to stuff a couple of towels in there, keep it from getting dirty. There. Okay, now let's get back to what we were doing on hand. I keep hitting you guys on the hood. I'm not used to having people on my head. Okay. Probably could have used a little smaller extension, but I don't have one. I've got this one and then a 3-inch, so I don't have anything in between. 3-inch probably would have been good. Now, these are aggressive threaded Torx screws, and they are threaded into plastic. So they don't have really good threads. It takes a little bit to get them started, and then they'll back right out. Okay, there's one. See there? Okay. We'll set that one there. And then we got this guy here. Okay. All right. Oh, got the coil wire is there. I like to save these until I am completely done with the job, because you never know when you're going to drop a little tiny screw, and because those are Torx, they're kind of important. Let's take a look at this cap. Yeah, it's got some wear to it. Yeah, this cap is ready to go. I think all of this is original to the car, by the way. I don't know how many miles are on it. I want to say 130, I think. Something to that effect. All right, so now let's get that rotor off, which again is the 15. That's right. I've done enough of these to know the sizes. Well, General Motors put this on just about every truck they made next to the S10. So I've done a lot of these. So General Motors, that includes Chevrolet and GMC, use the same exact thing with the same exact firing order and all that. So I've been able to do these quite a bit. All right, so now that they're loose, we just carefully pull them up, pull the cap up so we don't drop the screws. Let's take a look at the cap. Yeah, cap has got some ick on there. And again, we save these screws until we're all done, just in case we drop one. So we'll just leave that there. Next comes the spark plugs, and I'm going to use my air ratchet, so you won't be able to hear me very much. If you'll notice, I will only use this taking them off. Never use air put on spark plugs, but taking them off, especially with this motor, I know that they're original. They're going to be fairly clean. I don't have any doubt that somebody would has cross threaded them. If I suspected that these plugs had already been changed, then I would not use the air, because the risk of having them stripped out is too high to just go with direct air. But this ratchet's strong enough, I don't even have to break them loose. It'll do it already. So there. And oh, these have been changed. These are all light double platinums. So no, not using air, because I can't trust what somebody else has done, that they might have put them incorrectly. So we will not be using air to remove them. Stand corrected. So this just got a little bit harder, not by much. I mean, we're only pulling spark plugs, and on this thing is just a piece of cake. So yeah, I should have actually looked at those plugs, and I probably could have told, or just by visual, that they weren't OE, because AC Delco don't use those paint marks. They use a blue color to paint their spark plugs. So there. So we are pulling these out. I break them loose with the big bar, and then I pull out stubby here, and that gives me a little easier to ratchet them out, and then I can do it by hand. Okay. let's see here, and whoever put them in didn't put any anti-seize on it. I personally like to use anti-seize on every spark plug. The rule is if you're going into aluminum with spark plugs, put anti-seize on. Now these are cast iron heads, so it's not that big of a deal, but to me it's just, why risk it? You can it's just easier for everybody involved to slap a little bit of anti-seize on your spark plugs and ship them out. So I'm going to pull these two out, and then I'm going to stop the video and take a look, see if this is working visually for you guys. We'll have to see how that works out. Okay, there, and then we switch it to stubby here. Come on, get on there. All right. Oh, it's nice and loose. I can turn it by hand. How fine is that? Okay. And then what I want to do, because I personally don't like anything made by Autolite, that's just me. So I'm going to check the gap and see if the gap is still close to spec, because you know, in theory, if it's double platinum, they shouldn't wear out. So either A, the installer didn't gap them right, or B, the gap is worn, and that means that the double platinum Autolite plugs are junk. My hatred to Autolite happened when I was a general service tech, and Autolite it was like you would buy a set of Autolite wires, and it was whatever's in the box was whatever's on the floor of the factory. It was pretty atrocious, to where you would get a number one spark plug wire that was 1.5 feet too long, and end up having to wrap it around the distributor cap. And yeah, I understand it's the cheapest set of spark plug wires that you can buy, so you know you shouldn't expect that much, but I didn't, at that time, didn't have control of the parts that I bought. I was at the mercy of the service advisor. And so then you later on you get a tune-up that had Autolite wires on, and every single wire that you pull off broke, and the customer was just wanting you to change out spark plugs. Well, now you got to tell them that the spark plug wire broke and they need new wires. Anyway, so let's check a couple of these. What's the gap should be on this? 60 and 60 thousandths. So let's go and take a look. And what they say, spark plug gapper, you know, 60 thousandths is right here. Or 65, 64, and 62. So, well, there's a little bit of wear. So they're probably better than regular Autolite plugs, but not by much. Anyway, we're going to end the video for now, and we'll see you in a bit. Bye. Okay, I had to take the headlight off. It just wasn't working out. I hope it doesn't ruin the quality of the video. But I just reviewed it. Oh man, we broke a glove. Just reviewed the video, and I like how this is turning out, except my gloves. So we'll go get another pair. Yeah, we'll just get a new pair. Alright, so I have one set of plugs out. I got to get the other pair, or the other set. So, and dropped tool on the ground. I'm kicking it. Okay. So, how is everybody doing today? That's a bit more. Okay. 2, 3. Come on. 4. Okay. Now we'll switch it to stubs here. Okay. Nice and loose. Good. 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 Now I can do these by hand. Okay, 1. So I'm debating right now whether to have you guys watch me do the full tune-up or not. I just don't know. You know, it's pretty much, this is it. This is just half of the whole tune-up. The other half is putting the new parts back on. Do you really need to see it? I don't know. I don't think so. I think what I'll do is I'll just shoot a video that shows all the new parts on and add it to this at the very end. So I'm about to cut you guys off. And I apologize if I say too much. And I apologize for my nose because I'm just now getting over a cold that I had that set me up pretty bad last week. So in fact, last week, exactly 7 days ago, I was bedridden. I couldn't even get out of bed. I was so messed up. Anyway, so I'm going to cut the video off and I'll start back up when I get all the parts back on. So trust me, you guys won't miss much. I will talk to you later. Bye. Okay, I just wanted to go over the spark plug wires and how I do it. Well, it'd be easier if I just lay it out for you. So I take the wires and actually measure them, line them up individually. And then what I'll do is I'll mark where the wires need to be on the looms. I'll just put a little mark. And then I also number them. So if you look here, this one would be number 7. So let's look, let's pull out number 7, this wire here. And I match it up. And it is practically identical. I find that doing the wires, spark plug wires this way is just so much easier than individually and routing them. And because the wire lengths for cylinder number 1 and 3 are nearly identical, and both 1 and 3 are actually longer than the wire for cylinder number 2, but cylinder number 3 or 2 and 4 are nearly identical, but they are shorter than 1 and 3. So it's easy to get them confused. So to prevent that and to expedite all 8 cylinders, I find it easier just to pull the whole harness or the whole loom set off and just build it on the bench. And then they can go on. I don't even have to think about it because all the wires are where they'll go right where they need to be. So you see, I got those ready to go on, and we'll put those on there. Thank you. Okay, another installment here. I hope this all works out in a one long video. It's my first time going to try to edit an actual car video. Anyway, you can see, got the wires on. They're all in place, all in the looms. Air cleaner's back on, and those wires, which are hard to see without a light, they're in place. Just trust me on that. Anyway, we're going to start it up. I haven't started it yet, so you're going to be my guinea pig here and see how it runs. Okay. There it is. It runs. All right. So back to the wires. When you do the wires, make sure you put dielectric grease on the at least the spark plug end. It doesn't hurt if you put it on the cap end too. I do so many plug wires that I actually have a tube of dielectric grease, and see, that's what it looks like. So I put that on the end, and that helps also for the next guy, so he's not fighting wires to get them off on the next tune-up. And chances are it'll probably be me if the car lasts that long. I did put in all AC Delco parts on this 99 Chevy Tahoe. Customer felt that that was the best way to go. So we got cap, rotor, wires, and spark plugs. So there we are. That's going to be a nice ticket job for me. And hope you enjoyed this video. If you have any questions, feel free to ask, whatever. And there we are. See you later.